information. This is Unit 2. This is page 12. We're going to work on page 12, 13, 14, and 15 in the book for this lesson. Let's get started. Personal information is information about yourself. A form is something you fill out with your personal information. Family name. The family name is the name of your family, like Kim or Park. It's also known as a surname. Given name. Your first name or first and second name, like Eugene. Address or street address. This is where you live. Address in and a blank. This is where you are staying on an arrival card, like the name of a hotel or possibly a school dormitory. Phone number. Usually your cell or hand phone number. Date of birth. The date you were born. Mine is 4/17/68. In Asia, they often have the year first. So in Asia, that would be 1968, 4/17. Nationality. This is your country. You are Korean. I am American. We learned that in the last chapter. Purpose of visit. This can be business or it can be pleasure, which means you're a tourist. Business means you're there to do some business or possibly to have a job. The flight or vessel number. All flights have a number like KAL 327 or whatever. It's the same with boats and other things that you would use to get to another country. Port of boarding. Where did you get on the plane? Did you get on in Gimhae or Incheon? And you may instead use the name of your city, like you may have gotten on the plane in Seoul or Busan. Passport. This is the thing with all of your personal information you use, and you use it to travel from country to country. What you can see here is Jason Bourne's passport from the movie that they were showing. And different passports of different colors are in different languages. There's also stamps in there that shows that you went from country to country. There's also visas in there. A visa is something that enables you to travel from one country to another. Some countries don't require visas. Almost anyone can enter Cambodia without a visa. However, if you are from certain countries, you may have to buy a visa to certain countries. Usually that's between $25 or sometimes for me to travel to China, that can be as much as $140 something when I went years ago. I haven't been to China in a while. This is your arrival card. This is a little card you get when you're on a plane to show where you are going. It shows your family name, your given name. So family name is your last name. Given name is your first name or first and middle names. Then you'll see something that says male and female up on the top right. Check one and check whichever one you want to check. Nationality, I'll write down USA or Korea or whatever it is. Date of birth, on this form, you're starting with the year first. So for me, that would be 1968, 0417. You'll see an information list on the right-hand side. So that will actually be 1986. And then 05, which is number of the month of May, and 25. Passport number, that's on that little list there. It has a passport number, so you're going to put that in there. Home address. You'll see on the right-hand side, it says 438 Bork Street, Surrey Hills, Sydney. Occupation. If you look over there, you'll see that Carol Fisher is a doctor, so you're going to put that there. Address in Korea is Lotte Hotel Seoul, and the telephone number of the hotel. Make sure when you are traveling, You always have the hotel information with you. I print it out and carry it with me to prove I'm staying somewhere and to show the taxi driver where it is I'm going if I need to take a taxi from the hotel. Purpose of visit would again be either business or pleasure. I don't know why she's traveling to Korea. It might be for a doctor conference, a doctor's conference, or it might be for a vacation. So write whatever you think she's traveling for. Then there's the flight and vessel number, which is KE5781, and her port of boarding was in Sydney, Australia. At the bottom, it has her signature. This is a signed. A signature is when you're using cursive writing to sign. So go ahead and fill this out. Using the information list on the right-hand side, fill it out. Her family name is Fisher. Her first name is Carol. She's a female. Her nationality is Australian. Her date of birth is 1986, 0525. Her passport number is M1827994. Her occupation is she's a doctor. And she lives at 438 Bourke Street, Surrey Hills, Sydney. Then your purpose of visit, you're going to make up something. It will either be business or pleasure, or it could be a conference or a vacation. You think of why she would be there in Korea. Job or career, page 12. A job is what you do for work, like teacher, doctor, or painter. What is his or her job? When you see that little slash mark between his and her, that means or. It's his or her job. She or he is a, and then you're going to talk about what the person is. WH to be plus something. WH is a who, what, when, where, why, or how question. What is his or her job? What does he or she do? She or he is a doctor, lawyer. Maybe the person is a painter or an engineer. Who is he or she? She is my what? Friend? Maybe the person is my sister or brother. Maybe the person is my other family member. Maybe the person is someone from work. Okay, so it could be a work friend or a school friend. Now, once again, a job or career, there are many. There are several hundred jobs or careers that you can be doing. This person is an engineer. Engineer. What an engineer does is they build something. Now, they can be an electrical engineer. They can be an engineer that builds buildings or works on the inside of buildings. There's many different software engineer, which is a person who builds software. They build something. Again, it can be electronic or it can be physical, like a building. So now we're going to look at the dialogue. Who is he? He's my friend, Ted. How old is he? He is 21. What is his job? He is an engineer. Do you want me to introduce you? One more time. Who is he? He's my friend, Ted. How old is he? He is 21. What is his job? He is an engineer. Do you want me to introduce you? In this case, Trudy and Paul are talking, and Trudy is asking about a person that they can see, probably a person across the room or in a picture. And Paul says it's his friend whose name is Ted. And Ted is 21, and his job is that he is an engineer. And so, again, that means he builds things. So your meaning chunk is, who is he and what is his job? You have to know this for the test. Okay, pause right now and practice the conversation. Now, when you talk about others, you would say, who is that person? He or she is, and you're going to give a name. Bob, Mary, Hyunji, whoever. How old is he or she? He or she is 26, 37, 21, however old the person is. What is his or her job? She or he is an engineer, is a professor. There are many different kinds of jobs. Now we're at the top of page 13. Grammar focus is the WH questions. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. How is actually just an H question, but these questions you need to be able to answer when you're talking about someone. So let's look at this, and then after we read this, you're going to pause and practice. Who is he? He is my classmate. That means you go to school with this person. What is his email address? It is richard17@resnet.com. Now that little A in a circle is called @. And then the com before that is a period. We call that .com. Okay, that can be .net, .edu, which is education, .gov, which is government. There's a lot of other ones. Okay. When is his birthday? It is on December 3rd. Why is he here? He is here for an interview. That means he wants a job or he wants to get into a special school. That's why you would interview someone. Where am I now? You are on 10th Avenue. How are you today? I am fine. Okay, so I'm going to read this over again. Then you're going to pause and practice. Who is he? He is my classmate. What is his email address? It is richard17@resnet.com. When is his birthday? It is on December 3rd. Why is he here? He is here for an interview. Where am I now? You are on 10th Avenue. How are you today? I am fine. Now, speaking with personal information. First, you are going to talk about Brian. Then you were going to talk about Gary using the same information. Okay. What is his first name? It's Brian. What is his last name? It's Wilcox. When was he born? He was born on April 27th, 1992. Where is he from? He is from Ireland. What does he do? He's a hotel clerk. That means he checks people in and out of the hotel. He also answers hotel questions. What's his address? It's 36 Pine Street, Dublin. Now, ST with the period means street. Okay. What's his email address? It's brianw@speed.ie. What's his cell phone number? It's 362-724-8109. Now we're going to do the same information, but we're going to talk about Gary. What's his first name? It's Gary. What's his last name? It's Anderson. When was he born? He was born on, look at the on there, born on July 15th, 1989. Where is he from? He is from America. What does he do? What does he do means what is the job? What does he do? He's a restaurant manager. That means he runs the restaurant for a particular shift, whether it be breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending how long the restaurant is open. What's his address? It's 147 Devin Avenue, New York. AVE period is avenue. Avenue is a street, but it's generally wider than a regular street. It's a big street. So it's Avenue, 147 Devon Avenue, New York. What's his email address? It's ganderson@ravon.com. That's ganderson@ravon, RAVON.com. What's his cell phone number? It's 212-388-5017. It's 212-388-5017. Pause and practice. Both Brian and Gary. Hobbies. Now we're on page 14. A hobby is something you like to do. You might like painting or taking photos. A gerund is a verb plus ing. I like hiking. An infinitive is to plus a verb. I like to hike. This means exactly the same thing. I like hiking and I like to hike. Now we're going to speak. I'm going to read this to you. Then you are going to pause and repeat. Let's look at our first guy. Who is he? He is Ted Goodwin. How old is he? He is 37 years old. What is his hobby? It is golfing. Where is he? He is at the golf course. Let's look at Greg now. Who is he? He is Greg Walters. How old is he? He is 24 years old. What is his hobby? It is cooking. Where is he? He is in the kitchen. That's where someone who is cooking would like to be, is in the kitchen. Who is he? He is Curtis Black. How old is he? He is 53 years old. What is his hobby? It is surfing. Where is he? He is at the beach. Who is he? He is Jim Gamble. How old is he? He is 41 years old. What is his hobby? It is playing tennis. Where is he? He is at the tennis club. Okay, now pause and repeat. Practice talking about Ted, Greg, Curtis, and Jim. Self-practice, page 14. You are going to write down about Rachel Odell. Okay, what is her last name? Odell. What is her first name? Or what's her first name? Rachel. How old is she? 24. What's her phone number? 522-4658-9914. Where was she born? Australia. What is her birthday, or what's her birthday? May 17th. What's her hobby? Drawing. What's her street address? Street address is where you live. Okay, where on your street you live. 42 Queen Street, Melbourne. What's her email address? r.odell@kbm.com. What's her job? Or what is her job? She's a waitress. Write it down and then practice speaking. Okay, because you were the only one in the room with yourself, you will have to play both parts. On page 15, there is half of the information. On page 100, there is the other half. For your class participation grade, fill out both of these. Fill out the chart on page 15 and fill out the chart on page 100. You'll have to flip back and forth to get all of the information. Use the questions and find out about the people. You're looking for their age, birthday, job, hobby, and favorite food. Favorite food is the food you would eat every night if you could. Okay. So we're going to practice here. Here's Frank. Okay. How old is Frank Hamilton? He is 60 years old. When is his birthday? It's January 10th. What is his job? He is a store owner. What is his hobby? It is reading. What is his favorite food? It is curry. Okay. Now, what you need to find out on this page about Morena Garcia, Joseph Gaia, and Devin Olson. You're going to go to page 100 to get this information. Morena Garcia, how old is Morena Garcia? She is 27 years old. When is her birthday? It is July 18th. What is her job? It is sales clerk. She is a sales clerk. A sales clerk is someone you say, I want this in a store, and the person will show you where it is, or they will help you try something on if it's a clothing store. What is her hobby? It is playing the piano. What is her favorite food? It is pizza. Okay, now we're going to look at Joseph Gaia. How old is Joseph Gaia? He is 38 years old. When is his birthday? It is March 23rd. What is his job? He is a chef. A chef is someone who runs the kitchen. They don't just cook, they run an entire kitchen. Okay. What is his hobby? It is watching soccer. What is his favorite food? It is seafood. Okay, now we're going to look at Devin Olson. Okay. How old is Devin Olson? He is 19. When is his birthday? It is February 7th. What is his job? He is a programmer. What is his hobby? It is hiking. What's his favorite food? It is stir fry. Okay. And then later on, we're going to do pages 16 to 17 in the book. For homework, go over all of the pages we did in the book. Be sure you fully understand them. Be sure you fully understand them. All right, to help you out, I'm going to finish off this chart here. You're going to be on page 100 when you fill out the information about Steve Jordan. How old is Steve Jordan? He is 43 years old. When is his birthday? It is October 10th. What is his job? He is a manager. A manager means you run something. You can run a store, you can run a business, you can run a part of a business like a sales manager. It just depends. What is his hobby? It is gardening. That means you like to dig in the dirt, okay? That's gardening. You like to grow plants. What is his favorite food? It is sushi. Let's talk about Glenn Harper. How old is Glenn Harper? He is 22 years old. When is his birthday? It is August 29th. What is his job? He is a part-time worker. That means he works less than 4 hours a day or less than 20 hours a week. What is his hobby? It is kayaking. Kayaking is being in a boat that's small that only has one paddle. You're the only one in the boat. Okay. What is his favorite food? It is steak. How old is Zhao Li Wang? Zhao Li Wang, he is 35. When is his birthday? His birthday is December 2nd. What is his hobby? What is his job? He is a secretary. A secretary is someone who runs an office. They're for a certain person. A secretary does all of the letters and all sorts of things for a certain person or group of people. We now call that person an administrative assistant rather than a secretary. Okay. What is his hobby? It is painting. What is his favorite food? It is noodles. Okay. Remember, if you don't understand something, look it up in Papago. Make sure you understand all of the jobs that are listed in this part of the chapter, because you may be asked about them in your writing test or possibly in your speaking test. So understand about gardening, that's digging in the ground, and understand the hobbies, like kayaking is being in a boat with a paddle and going back and forth on a river or lake or something like that, or possibly the ocean. And understand things like painting and things like that. Understand the hobbies and understand the jobs. Types of food should be easy for you to understand, like sushi and steak and noodles. Again, if you don't understand it, look it up. That's what Papago is for, is to help you understand it. So play this over again in order to fill out everything in the book. Be sure you have it filled out correctly. Then practice the speaking. Practice anything that is a conversation in the book. For instance, the dialogue on page 12. And the grammar focus, pay a lot of attention to grammar focus because that's on your writing test. And practice the speaking. In speaking 1 with all the questions, and practice speaking 2. Be sure you understand the questions and all of the answers. There's also speaking at the top of page 15. Be sure you understand that as well. It's been fantastic talking with you today, and I look forward to speaking with you for the next lesson. Have a great day.